going on, Chill Army? DeAndrug7 here, and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Anime Episode Reviews. Today we're going to be reviewing Pokemon Journeys Episode 68, Go's Rival, The Road to Mew. Now, I know you guys can't see my face right now, but it is 1 a.m. in the morning, and I just don't feel like taking all of my equipment out. So I'm just going to do a voiceover for this entire episode. Also, there are some major spoilers for this episode, so if you guys haven't seen the episode yet, please be sure to do so. But if you guys have already seen the episode, or you guys just don't care about spoilers, then feel free to continue watching. Now on to the review. So our major events include Ash and Go visiting Pallet Town, Ash and Go learning about Project Mew, which is a research project aiming to find Mew, Go trying and failing to catch a Pidgeotto and an Onix. In the process, Go fails to catch a Pidgeotto for the second time. Gary returns with Go meeting him for the first time. Gary is revealed to have obtained a Rotom phone. Ash, Go, and Gary battle a wild Moltres. Gary is revealed to be taking part in Project Mew. Asahi is introduced. Gary fulfills a trial mission and earns a Project Mew token, and Go decides to join Project Mew. All in all, I'd say this episode was surprisingly well, making for one of the strongest episodes in a long while. The particular reunion with Ash's Pokemon was very short and fairly contained to some Pokemon as an enormous collective, but I felt that was good to try and do as something they couldn't avoid out of an episode set in Oak's laboratory without wasting your time, and enjoyed that while fleeting, it did include an oversized amount of old Pokemon. During this sense, I also appreciated that unlike a majority of episodes showcasing Oak's laboratory in some form, they really remembered to acknowledge that Tracy continues to be around and working as Oak's assistant, and whether or not once more we weren't told of where he was, this is a serious step above how the Kanto arc of Sun and Moon and Journey's first episode just glossed over his existence. While ultimately a minor part of the episode, I also like the little bit of information that Infernape has made most of the other fire types Ash owns his new sparring partners in recent times and ended up leaving to seek out further challenges. It's a very simple build-up to the remainder of the episode, but it works while offering some continuity nods that do not feel like blatant fan service because of being associated with the story at hand. After a quick sequence with Go trying and failing to catch Pokemon, we're reunited with Gary, and once more we get some continuity that's both justified and doesn't waste an excessive amount of time. The way this episode framed him as a possible rival for Go thanks to shifting his research towards Mew may be a turn that makes plenty of sense with where we left him off in Diamond and Pearl, and I much liked how this episode gave him a task that both brings the story forward and fits along with his prior development. Seeing how he's guaranteed at least one more appearance soon, this can be excellent news with the way he proved to be far better than Go in researching, opening interesting paths for a rivalry not built on battle for the long run. I also liked that while Go definitely feels overshadowed by Ash and Gary's friendship, it didn't come to the purpose of acting jealous of him, and more eager to assert that he's just as good as they are, which inserts with how introverted Go is while setting a noteworthy dynamic for the near future, especially with the reveal of why Gary was searching for Moltres at the end of the episode. The reunion with Infernape was pretty brief, but it was both great to see that he's as affectionate as ever, and it was a solid idea to have his hunt for a powerful fire-type opponent connect everything back to Moltres, with the legendary Pokemon serving as the climax of the episode. Now, I've got to mention that as both a battle against a legendary and a raid battle, this was probably one of the most effective Journeys has put out yet, with pretty good battling moves and a raw sense of power that the present series has somewhat faltered on, truly showcasing Moltres as a legendary and above regular Pokemon in ways in which even its fellow legendary bird Zapdos didn't. While it is a little bit of a shame that Infernape didn't actually get to contribute much beyond some early attacks, he at least didn't get knocked out, and I did appreciate both Blastoise's stand and particularly Ash and Gary's joint Thunderbolt attack involving both Pikachu and Electivire, showing how in sync the two old friends are. I can see how this battle may probably disappoint those searching for a more definitive achievement and to perhaps see Infernape defeat a legendary on his own, but I feel as a climax it's solid enough, more so as Gary winds up collecting the Moltres feather he was trying to find. The closure of the episode was pretty sweet, with Infernape's sparring partners welcoming their friend into the fold, but I especially liked how we got a first look at how Project Mew works, with Gary being awarded a token by Asahi for his trial mission of securing a Moltres feather. I ponder if this suggests Project Mew will still take an episodic form, with Ash and Go remaining autonomous, sometimes being tasked with hunting down legendaries, like a more serious version of the Ultra Guardians arc with a clear endpoint to find Mew eventually, which looks as if both a solid way to justify them running into several legendaries, and the simplest way to introduce a stronger plot on Go's side of the story without wrecking the rhythms of the series. While we still need to see how the arc proper will be handled, seeing Go deciding to give it a try after getting goaded by him was an honest way to make Gary's return feel meaningful to the present story arc, which is how a decent return should be handled. And that's going to wrap up my review of Pokemon Journeys episode 68. Thank you all for watching. If you guys enjoyed, don't forget to smackety smack that like button. Also, subscribe and click that bell icon if you haven't already. It's 100% free. And be sure to check out all of my other content. But until then, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Only good, Chill Army.